Some airlines charge you extra simply for checking in at the airport instead of online. And that's just one of the reasons air travel has quietly become more complicated than most people realize. 10 airport mistakes people over 50 still make, and how you can avoid them. Most people think airport travel has become easier over time, but for many travelers over 50, the opposite is true. Airports today are faster, more digital, and full of hidden rules most people never notice until it's too late. And there is one surprise many travelers don't expect at all. Some airlines actually charge you extra just because you didn't check in online, but instead at the airport. Yeah, seriously. In other words, the way you used to travel can now cost you money. And in this video, you'll discover the most common airport mistakes older travelers still make and how to avoid stress, delays, and unnecessary costs. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1, arriving too late. One of the most common mistakes is arriving at the airport too late. Many experienced travelers still rely on the old 2 hours before departure rule. And years ago, that usually worked. But airports today are much less predictable. Security lines, baggage drop, and gate changes can all take longer than expected. A safer approach is simple: 3 hours before international flights and about 2 to 2.5 hours for domestic flights. It may feel early, but it removes stress completely. Honestly, sitting calmly with a coffee is much better than sprinting through Terminal C. Mistake number 2, not checking your terminal in advance. Modern airports are often much larger than people expect. Some even have terminals that are incredibly far apart. And unfortunately, finding out you're in the wrong terminal is never a fun moment. A simple mistake like this can cost you valuable time. Always check before leaving your departure terminal, how to reach your gate, and whether shuttle transfers are needed. Just a few minutes of planning can prevent a lot of confusion later. Mistake number 3, overpacking your carry-on. Many travelers overpack their carry-on bag just in case. But airlines today are much stricter about size, weight, and liquids. If your bag gets flagged, it can slow you down or even lead to extra fees. The smarter approach is simple: pack only the essentials. Keep liquids minimal and use simple, organized packing. Less weight means less stress. Your shoulders will thank you later. Mistake number 4, wearing the wrong clothes. What you wear to the airport actually matters more than most people think. Heavy shoes, belts, and jackets with metal parts can slow you down at security. Experienced travelers usually choose slip-on shoes, simple clothing layers, and minimal metal accessories. It's a very small change, but it speeds everything up. And nobody enjoys holding up the security line while trying to remove 5 different layers. Mistake number 5, hidden check-in rules and fees. One of the most surprising modern travel changes is this. Many airlines now strongly encourage online check-in. And in some cases, checking in at the airport instead can come with extra costs or restrictions. This catches a lot of travelers off guard, especially those used to the traditional airport experience. For example, low-cost airlines like Ryanair in Europe often make online check-in the standard. If you don't check in online in time, airport service can become expensive or limited depending on your ticket. The goal is simple: push passengers toward digital check-in. In the United States, most major airlines like Delta Airlines or American Airlines usually don't charge a direct airport check-in fee. But low-cost carriers such as Spirit Airlines often work differently. With these airlines, anything done at the airport, especially involving staff assistance, can become significantly more expensive than doing it online. So while it's not always called a check-in fee, the result is often the same. Doing it at the airport can cost you more time or money. The simple rule is this: always check in online as early as possible. Save your boarding pass on your phone, and if possible, save it offline too. Avoid relying on airport counters unless absolutely necessary. Mistake number 6, ignoring airport assistance services. Many travelers over 50 don't realize that airports often provide very helpful services. These can include mobility assistance, priority security lanes, and help with connections between flights. In many cases, these services are free or very low cost, but they usually need to be requested in advance. There's absolutely no reason to struggle through a massive airport alone. Travel should feel easier, not harder. Mistake number 7, relying only on digital boarding passes. Technology is helpful until it suddenly isn't. Phones die, apps crash, and airport Wi-Fi can be surprisingly unreliable. That's why experienced travelers always carry a backup, a screenshot of the boarding pass, or even a printed copy. It only takes a few seconds to prepare and can save a lot of stress later. Mistake number 8, not knowing security rules change. Security rules are not the same everywhere, and they change more often than people think. Some airports are stricter about liquids, others focus more on electronics. A common mistake is assuming everything works exactly like last time. Before traveling, always quickly check liquid limits, electronics rules, and airport-specific restrictions. It helps avoid unnecessary delays at security. And honestly, anything that helps you avoid repacking your bag in front of strangers is worth it. Mistake number 9, sitting too far from your gate. After security, many travelers relax too far away from their gate. But gates can change unexpectedly, especially in busy airports. If you are too far away, you may miss announcements or have to rush at the last minute. A simple rule: stay within a short walking distance of your gate whenever possible. Your future self will appreciate it. Mistake number 10, not taking care of energy and hydration. Airports can be surprisingly exhausting. Walking, waiting, stress, and air conditioning all drain your energy. Many travelers forget to drink enough water, eat something light, and take short breaks. Small habits like these make travel far more comfortable, especially on long journeys. Sometimes the smallest habits make the biggest difference. Air travel doesn't have to be stressful, even if it sometimes feels that way. Most problems travelers face are not bad luck. They are avoidable mistakes. And now you know exactly how to avoid them. If you found this helpful, you may want to explore more insider travel tips here on the channel. Because the more you know before you travel, the easier every journey becomes. Safe travels.